Alright, so Timon of Athens, part whatever we're on, I forgot. Enters Timon unflavorous. Appromentius, come with me, fool, come, fool. I do not always follow lover, elder brother, and woman, sometimes a philosopher. Excellent Appromentius and fool. Flavorous, pray you walk near, I speak with you anon. Excellent servants. Timid, you make me a marvel, wherefore ere this time had you not fully laid my state before me, that I might so have rated my expense as I had leave of means. Flavius, you would not hear me. At many leisures I prospered. Timon, go to, perchance some single vintages you took, with when my indisposition put you back, and that unaptness made you minister, thus to excuse yourself. Flavius, O my good Lord, at many time I brought in my accounts, laid them before you, you would throw them off, and say you found them in my honesty, when for some trifling presents you have bid me return so much, I have shook my head and wept. Yea, against the authority of the mannered, prayed you to hold your hand more close. I did endure, not seldom, nor not slight cheeks, when I had prompt you, and the ebb of your estate, and your great flow of debate, my dear loved Lord, though you hear now too late, yet now is the time. The greatest of your hanging lakes I have, to pay your present debts. Timid, let all my land be sold. Flavius, 'tis all engaged, some forfeit and gone, and what remains will hardly stop the mouth of the present dues. That fortune comes apace, that shall define the interims, and at length how goes our reckoning? Timid, to lace demand, did my land extend? Flavius, oh my good Lord. There goes just the book. The book's getting more lopsided as we go to the other side of it, which I had gotten used to it being in the middle of it. How goes our reckoning? Timon to Legatus did my land extend. Flavius, oh my good Lord, the world is but wood, were it all yours to give in breath. How quickly were it gone? Timon, you tell me true. Flavius, I fear suspecter, my husband, or falsehood, called me before at test auditors, and set me on proof. So the gods bless me, when all our offices have been oppressed with righteous Frideria, when our values have wept with drunken spilted wine, when every room has blazed with lights and brayed with men, I have retired me to a wasteful crook strays, and set mine eyes at flow. Timid, pity thee no more. Flavorous, heavens have I said, the bounty of this Lord. How many prodigal bits have slaves and peasants, this night engulted, who is not Lord Timon's, What heart's head sore force means, but is Lord Timon's, great Timon's, noble, worthy, royal Timon's. Ah, when the means are gone that by this praise, the breath is gone whereof this praise is made. Fast won, fast lost, one cloud of winter showers, these flies are caught. Timid, common sermon, me no further. No valiant's bounty yet has passed my heart. Unwisely, not inaudibly, have I given. Why doest thou weep? Canst thou the conscience lack? To think I shall lack friends, secure thy hearts. If I would breach the vessels of my life, and try an argument of art by borrowing man and man's fortunes, could I frankly use, as I can bid thee speak. Flavius, assurance bless your thoughts. Timid, and in some sorts these wants of mind are crowned, that I count them blessings for by these shall I try friends, you shall perceive how you mistake my fortunes. I am wealthy in my, within their Flamius Servilius, friends, enters Flamius servitudes and other servants. My lord, Timid, I will dispatch your servitude to Servilius, you to Lord Lucius, to Flamius, to Lord Lucius, you. I hunt with his honor today to another servant, you to some Promonius. Commend me to their loves, and I am proud to say that my occasion have found time to use them towards a supply of money, and let the request be 5 talents. Flaminius. As you have said, my lord, exits Servilius with another servant, Flavius aside, Lord Lucas and Lucius. Timid to another servant. Go you, sir, to the senators, of whom even to the state's best health I have deserved this hearing, bid 'em send 'em of the instance. 8,000 talents to me. Exit servant. Flavius. I have been bold, for that I knew it the most general way to them to use their signets and your name, but they do not shake their heads, and I am here, no riches in return. Timid, 'tis true, can't be. Flavius. I answer in a joint corporate voice, that now they are at fall, want treasures, cannot do what they would, are sorry you are honorable, but yet they could have wished, they know not, something had been amiss. Noble knights may catch a wench, would all were well, 'tis pity. So indeed other serious matters, after distasteful looks in these hard fractions, with certain half-caps and cold moving nods, they froze me into silence. Timons, you gods reward them. Pity thee, like cheerily, these old fellows have their ingratitude in them hereditary. Their blood is caked, 'tis cold, it seldom flows, 'tis lack of kindly warmth, they are not kind, and nature, as it grows again towards the earth, is fashioned for the journey, dull and heavy. To another servant. Go to Vendrinius, to Flavius. Pity thee, be not sad. Thou art true and honest and Genutius, I speak. No blame belong to thee. To the same servant, Ventilidius, lately, and buried his father, by whose death he stepped into a greater estate when he was poor, imprisoned, and in scarcity of friends. I cleared him with 5 talents to greet him from me. Bid him suppose some good necessities, touches his friend with craves to be remembered. With those 5 talents, exit servants, to Flavius, that had give these fellows to whom 'tis instant due. Never speak or think that time and fortunes among his friends can sink. Flavius. I would I could not think it. That thought is bountiful, being free itself at things all others so. Excellent. Act 3, Scene 1, Athens. A room in Lucius's house. Flaminius waiting to speak with Luculius. From his masters enters a servant to him. Servant. I have told my lord of you. He is coming down to you. Flavius. I thank you, sir. Enters Luculius. Servant. Here's my lord. Luculius aside. One of thy lord Timon's men a gift I warrant. Why, this hits right. I dreamt of silver basin. And ode tonight, Flamius, honest Flamius, you are very respected. Welcome, sir. Fill me some wine. Exit servant. And how does that honorable completion, free-hearted gentleman of Athens, this very bountiful good lord and master, Flamius? His health is well, sir. Luculius. I am right glad that his health is well, sir. And what hast thou there under thy cloak? Betty Flamius, flavorless. Faith, nothing but an empty box, sir, which in my lord's behalf I come to entreat your honor to supply, whose having great and instant occasion to use 50 talents has sent to your lordship to furnish him, nothing doubting your present assistance therein. Lucius. Nothing doubted, says he. Alas, good lord, a noble gentleman. 'Tis if he would not keep so a good home. Many a time and often I had dined with him, and told him on it, and come again to sup to him, a purpose to have him spend less, and yes, he would embrace no counsel, take no warning by my coming. Every man has his fault, and honesty is his. I have told him on it, but I could never get him from it. Enter servants with wine. Servant. Please, your lordship, here is wine. Luculius. Flamius. I have noted thee always wise. Here's to thee. Flamius. Your lordship speaks your pleasure. Luculius. I have observed thee always towards the prompt spirit. Give thee thy due, and one that knows what belongs to reason, and cannot use the time well. If the time use thee well, good parts and needs to servant. Get you gone, sir. Excellent servant. Draws near, honest Flamius, thy lord's bountiful gentleman. But thou art wise, and thou knowest well enough, although thou comest to me, that this is no time to lend money, especially upon here friendship, without security. Here's 3 soldiers for thee, good boy. Wink at me, and say thou sawest me not. Fare thee well. Flaminus. It is possible the world should so much differ, and we alive that lived fly damned business to him that worship thee. throwing the money back. Lucius, ha, now I see thou art a fool, and fit for thy master. Exit. Flaminius, may these add to the numbers that may scald thee. Let molten coin by thy damnation. Thou disease a friend and not himself, has friendship such a faint and milky heart. It turns in less than 2 a night. O ye gods, I feel thy master's passion, the slave unto dishonor. Has my lord meat in him? Why should it thrive and turn to nourishment when he is turned to poison? Oh, my disease only worked upon it, and when he's sick to death, let not that the part of nature, which my lord paid for, be of any power to expel sickness, but prolong his house. Exits. Scene 2, the same, a public place. Enters Lucius with 3 strangers. Lucas, not Lucius, Lucas. They have all these L's in the names. Different numbers of L's. Like, one name has like 3 L's. And I'm not really sure how to pronounce it, but it's fun. Lucas, who the Lord Timon, he is my very good friend and an honorable gentleman. First stranger, we know him for no less, though we are but strangers to him. But I can tell you one thing, my lord, and which I hear from common rumors. Now Lord Timon happy hours are done and past, and his estate shrinks from him. Lucius, fie, no, do not believe it. He cannot want for money. Second stranger, but believe you this, my lord, that not long ago one of his men was with Lord Lucius to borrow so many talents, nay, urged extremely foe, and showed what necessarily belonged to it, and yet was denied. Lucas, how? Second stranger, I'll tell you denied, my lord. Lucas, what a strange case was that. Now before the gods, I am ashamed on it, denied that honorable man, where was very little honor showed in it. For my own part, I must need confess I have received some small kindness from him, some money, plate, jewels, and such like trifles, nothing comparing to his. Yet, had he mistook him, and sent him to me, I shall never have denied his occasions so many talents. Enters Servilius. See, my good hap, yonder, my lord, I have sweet to see his honor to Lucas. My honored lord, Lucas, Servilius, you are kindly met, sir, fairly well. Commands me to thy honorable virtues, lord, my very exquisite friend. Servilius, may it please your honor, my lord has sent. Lucas, ha, what has he sent? I am so much endured to this, lord. He's ever sending. How shall I thank him? Thinkest thou, and what has he sent now? Servilius, has only sent his present occasions now, my lord, requesting your lordship to supply his instant use with so many talents. Lucas, I know his lordship is but merry with me, he cannot want 5,500 talents. Servilius, but in the meantime he wants less. My lord, if his occasion were not virtuous, I should not urge it half so faithfully. Lucas, does thou speak seriously, Sibelius? Upon my sword 'tis true, my soul 'tis true, sir. Lucas, what a wicked beast was I to disfurnish myself against such a good time, when I might have shown myself honorable. How unlucky it happened that I should purchase the day before a little part and undo a great deal of honor. Sibelius, now before the gods I am not able to do the more beast, I say. I was sending to use Lord Timon's myself. These gentlemen can witness, but I would not for the wealth of Athens. I had done it now, commanded me bountiful to his good lordship, and I hope his honor will conceive the fairest of me, because I have no power to be kind. And tell him this from me. I count it one of my greatest affections, say that I cannot pleasure such an honorable gentleman. Good Sibelius, you will befriend me so far as to use my own words to him. Sibelius, yes, sir, I shall. Lucas, I look you out a good turn, Sibelius. Exit Sibelius. True as you said, Timon is shrunk indeed, and he that once denied will hardly speak. Exit. First stranger. Did you observe this, hostilities? Second, hostilicus. Second stranger, I too well. First stranger, why this is the world's soul, and the just the same peace, and every flatterer spirit who can call him. His friends that dips the same dish, for in my knowing Timon had been this lord's father, and kept his credit with his purse, supported the estate, nay, Timon's money, has paid his men their wages, he never drank. But Timon's silver treads upon his lips, and yet, oh, I see the monstrositousness of man, when he looks out in this ungrateful shape. He does deny him in respects of his, what charitable man affords to beggars. Third stranger, religion groans at it. First stranger, for mine own parts, I never tasted Timon in my life. Not came out of any bounties over me to mark me his friend, yet I protest, for his right noble mind illustrates virtue and honorable carriages. Had his necessary made use of me, I would have put my wealth into a donation, and the best house should have returned to him. So much I love his heart, but I perceive men must learn now with pity to dispense, for policy sits above conscience. Excellent. Scene 3. The same, a room in Sempronius's house. Enters Sempronius and a servant of Timon's. Sempronius, my esteem need tribute me in it, son. Above all others, he might have tried Lord Lucius or Lucius, and now and Ventidius is wealthy too, whom he redeemed from prison. All these owe their esteems unto him. Servant, my lord, they have all been touched and found base metal. They have all denied him. For, Sempronius, How have they denied him? Has Ventidius and Lucius denied him? And does he send to me, then hung? Or shows but a little love or judgment in him? And must I be his last refuge? His friends, like physician, thrives, gives him over. Must I take the care upon me? Has much disgraced me in it, and I'm angry at him that might have known my place. I see no sense, but his occasion might have wooed the first. For in my condolence, I was the first man that ever received a gift from him. And does he think so backwards of me now, that I require it last? No. So it may prove an argument of laughter to the rest, and among us lords, I'd be thought a fool. I'd rather than the worth of thrice of the sum, had sent to me first. But for my mind's sake, I'd such a courage to do him good. But now returns, and with this faint reply, this answer joins: who bates mine honour shall not know my coin. Exit. Servant. Excellent, your lordship is goodly villain. The devil knows not what he did, but when he made man politic, he crossed himself by it, and I cannot think, but in the end, the villainous of men will set him clear. How fair this lord strives to appear foul, takes venomous copies to be wicked, like those that under hot arrogant zeal would set the realms on fire. Of such a nature is his politic love. This was my lord's last hope. Now all are fled, save the gods only. Now his friends are dead. Doers that were never acquainted with their wards, many a bounteous year must be employed now to guard sure their master. If this is all liberal course allows, we cannot keep his wealth, must keep his house. Exit. Scene 4, the same. A hall in Timon's house. Enters two servants of Vario and the servant of Lucas, meeting Titus, Hortensius, and other servants of Timon's creditors, waiting his coming out. Vario's first servant. Well met, good morrow, Titus and Hortensius. Titus. The like to you, kind Varro. Hortensius. Lucas. What do we meet together? Lucas' servant. Aye, and I think one business does command us all, for mine is money. Titus. So is theirs in ours. Enters Photius. Lucas' servant. I'm Sir Photius too. Photius. Good day at once. Lucas' servant. Welcome, good brother. What do you think the hour? Photius. They bring for 9. Lucas' servant. So much. Photius. Is not my lord seen yet? Lucas' servant. Not yet. Photius. I wonder on it. He was wont to share at 7. Lucas' servant. Aye, but the days are wax shorter with him. You must consider that a prodigal course is like the sun's, but not like his recovered, I fear. 'Tis deepest winter in Lord Timon's purse. That is one may reach deep enough, yet finds little. Photius. I am of your fear for that. Titus. I'll show you how to observe strange events. Your lord sends now for money. Hortensius. Most sure he does. Titus. And he wears jewels now of Timon's gifts. for which I wait for money. Hortensius, it is against my heart. Lucas' servant. Mark how strange it shows. Timon in this should pay more than he owns, and even as if your lord should wear rich jewels, and send for money for them. Hortensius, I am weary of this charge. The gods can witness. I know my lord has spent Timon's wealth, and now ingratitude makes it worse than stuff. Vario's first servant. Yes, mine, 3,000 crowns. What's yours? Lucius' servant. 5,000 mine. Vario's first servant. 'Tis much deep, and it should seem by the sum your master's confidence was above mine, else surely he had equaled. Last page, you're reading last column. Okay, Mom.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Enters Flavius. Titus. One of the Lord Timon's men. Lucas's servants. Flaminus. Sir, word, pray, is my lord ready to come forth? Flaminus. No, indeed, he is not. Titus. We attend his lordship, pray and signify so much. Flaminus. I need not tell him that. He knows you are too diligent. Exit. Enters Flavius in a cloak muffled. Lucas's servant. It is not that one of his stewards muffled so. He goes away in a cloud. Call him. Titus. Do you hear, sir? Both Vario and servants. By your leave, sir. Flavius. What do you ask of me, my friends? Titus. We wait for the certain money here, sir. Flavius. Aye. If money were certain, as you're waiting, 'twere sure enough. Why then preferred you not your own sum in bills? When your false matchers eats out my lord's meat, then they could smile and fawn upon his debts, and take down the interest into their gluttonous mouths. You do yourself but wrong to sit me up. Let me pass